Alright, so I got two yet more dare requests. So the first one is to throw a Roblox noob off the window. This was requested by a Russian hacker. Hang on, I'll be right back. Right, I got the picture printed. Now to throw it off the window. Farewell, Roblox noob. I'll miss you so much. And he landed right here, which there might be a possibility I'll get arrested. Now, this one will be the worst one yet. I have to read an SFW, so I'll search one and I'll be right back. Alright, so I picked Obey Me X-Mail Reader. So I'll be only reading the NSFW parts. And only 5 parts. So let's pick this one. By Liz, you wave at the one at the Suksubi as you walk towards the House of Lamentation. You had recently joined the cheer squad. After discussing with Diavolo, you both decided to be beneficial. After all, alright, instead I'm gonna read 3 because this is just a waste of time. You had done cheer back up in the human world and having exchanged human partake in extracurricular activities couldn't hurt in the exchange program. At first, the Subi and Inkubi were in the... Alright, this is too long. I'm gonna pick another one. Alright, I picked another fanfic, which is a quiet little short. And it's called Tom X Toward Smut. So let's start reading. No POV. Tor bites into Tom's neck as he starts to run his damn hands down Tom's body. He goes lower and lower till BAM! Ed slams Tom's door open, wakening from his dream. Shit! Another dream of me and Tor together. Hurry out of bed. I made breakfast. Ed was waiting for me to follow. I can't let him see my mess I made in my sleep. Yeah, Ed, I'll be right there. Go start without me. Luckily, that's all it took for Ed to leave. This is almost the 3rd week of having these dreams of Tord. I'm honestly tired to get and clean my bed every morning. No POV. After Tom changed his clothes, he headed towards the table to eat breakfast with Ed, Tord, and Matt. Too bad the seat left was next to Tord, as things weren't already awkward enough. Why am I so bad at reading? Why do you get slow today? Come sit, says Tord. So Tom finally sits down, can't get over his dream last night. It was his most vivid one yet. Well, at least Ed interrupted it. Surprisingly, no one seemed to notice Tom caught up in his thoughts. They all continued to eat breakfast and talk about their plans. Oh, so it's just you and me today, says Tord while nudging Tom. Wait, what? He answers. Why, I thought you were listening, says Ed. Matt and I are going to watch the zoo, and later tonight we are going to watch The Lion King. Matt adds on with, I'm going to see a giraffe. Oh, okay then have fun. Tom tried to not show badly he wanted them to stay. Oh wait, before I continue, I'll be only reading 3 parts. Because I read 9, that's just a waste of time. And I'm autistic, and I can't read a lot. And I hate reading. Actually, I'm neutral to it. So let's continue. Towards POV. Am I seeing things, or does Tom feel frustrated? When he avoided seeing by me, didn't make much eye contact, and generally stayed away from me for the past 3 weeks, I thought he was mad. Now I'm confused. Did he blush when he sat by me? Do I just want to think that? I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was staring at you, he reclaims. Tom answers with, it's whatever. There it is again. He glanced at the floor all adorable like, shit. What am I saying? Did I really just find Tom adorable? Tom and Tor were sitting on the couch watching TV now. There was tension in the air. Both of them were stealing glances at each other when the other was looking away, and Tom was very slowly easing closer to Todd. Ever so slightly he wouldn't be noticed. Then when he both reached to the remote, their hands touched and her eyes met for a second that felt like eternity. Alright, next page. Part 2. Hiding. It's a little bit short too, so I'll be okay with it. As Tom and Tord stared to each other, both their hearts racing. Wait, let me itch my ear. There. You would expect them to kiss. Instead, Tom suddenly stood up and excused himself to his bedroom, saying he'll be right back. Now that Tord sitting alone into the living room, he realized he had true feelings for Tom. Tom didn't know when or why this happened. He knew was starting to fall for them. Though he wasn't sure what Tom's reaction to their long pause meant. Fuck! Why does he have to eat them so hot? A year ago I wanted to snatch that remote out of his hand, but now I could barely contain myself. My heart was about to beat out of my chest. I wanted to lean in and kiss him so badly. I left the room though, because I thought just gotten hurt just from that. How the hell I'm gonna hide my feelings for him when just being close to him after he makes me horny? Tom is gonna be waiting on me, so I better deal with this. I hope he didn't notice. Towards POV. Why is it taking him so long? Maybe he isn't coming back out? Maybe he feels uncomfortable around me and he realized how I feel? I need to stop doing this to myself. I'll just go knock on the door and see if I should keep waiting. Before I reached the door, Tom swung it open to see me standing there. I wasn't on you spying or anything. I swear, I was just on my way to knock your door. My face was with embarrassment. Tom's face seemed to be as it turned red. What is he doing here? Tom stared hard in your eyes in a moment, I guess to see my reaction. Then he finally said, I guess I believe you. Whew. Ed and Matt came home that night to see Tor and Tom passed out on opposite ends of the couch. I guess things went well with them, says Ed while looking over with Matt. Why did the baby lions die? But Matt was still crying over the Lion King. He was actually crying so bad that they had to leave the theater hallway through the movie. Ed eventually convinced Matt to sleep it off and then hit the hay himself. The next morning, everyone was casually eating breakfast at the table and talking like they usually do, but something was weird. There was tension in the air. Matt didn't notice and Ed ignored it, but Tor and Tom causing the tension. They both wanted to eat each other, but they were trying to hide it. Tom actually jumped in his seat while when he saw Tor taking his shirt off. He wasn't too shocking because the air conditioner broke and it was very hot out today. Tom mostly jumped because he hadn't got another ear session. He felt like a teen getting random boners at school, but it's not so random. Ugh, I'm going to throw up, yelled Tom as he turned his seat and ran to his bedroom. He didn't really feel sick. He needed to hide. Maybe I should go check on him, said Tor. already heading him. Where was I? Oh yeah. Unfortunately, in Tom's panic, he forgot to lock his door and he walked in. Tord. Tom was moaning softly to the thought of Tord, not realizing he had walked in. Tord's whole body gets hot and he turns red all over him. But instead of freaking out, he shuts the door behind him. Ugh! Tord! What did you hear? It's not what you think! Tom yelled, hardly breath. Shh, shh, shh. Tord quiet. Huh? I better stop reading or get caught even more.